Now, core to the Bubale Partnership and our National Development Plan, the vision of transforming Fiji, quality of care, and it's also we've heard from our holy word this morning that infrastructure is really critical, as when we have a good foundation, we allow our staff and patients and all who use this facility to be safe. I think we just need to go down a bit down memory lane for those of you who are as old as Dr. Luke. You may remember a program on the radio, down memory lane, that Lulu Baksh used to share on certain afternoons. So just to take us down that path, towards the later part of 2024, the World Bank presented its strategic health review, and also the Master Plan Redevelopment Project is almost 12 months old. Thank you, Honorable Minister, and the Honorable Prime Minister and His Excellency. And now we've seen the progress of the Master Plan, and we are witnessing today the launching of the priority infrastructure plans for CWM. So we're really appreciative of this investment by the Commonwealth of Australia through DFAT, and we sincerely hope that we and our future generation will benefit from what we will read later on, especially the strengthening of the infrastructure and identifying that there are high-level costs, and I understand it's about 15% of the priority infrastructure plan that has been identified. Because it's such a long word, I'll just say PIP, and we hope that with the launch today and also the delivery of remarks from our two chief guests, we will understand that more. And I've been informed that the review team, the master plan team, have used evidence-based criteria to identify what is priority for CWM Hospital and also the St. Giles Hospital. So my next task is to introduce the Australian High Commissioner to Fiji and Special Envoy for the Pacific and Regional Affairs, His Excellency, Mr. Ewan MacDonald, Nisayandra Binakatalisa. With an illustrious career in the Australian Commonwealth, in the government. He's also served as the High Commissioner to New Zealand with accreditation to the Cook Islands and Niue, working closely with New Zealand on collaboration and cooperation in the Pacific. He's also served as the Deputy Secretary in DFAT from 2013, and he's well-versed with development, humanitarian, and multilateral policy and strategy, as well as overseeing the ODA budget. Right at the bottom of interest is that we have to turn his interest around. He's a strong supporter of AFL, but we would like you, sir, to support rugby. Thank you. Of the Essendon Football Club. And once again, thank you to you and your great team who are seated here today. Without any further ado, may I request you, sir, to deliver your remarks. Nawale. Round of applause, please.
Prime Minister, the Honourable Sitiveni Rabuka, lovely to have the opportunity to be at yet another event with you. It's a great privilege for me, and as you know, I follow you round, so it's not surprising. Deputy Prime Minister, Minister for Health, we seem to interact quite a lot too, actually, and meet with each other quite a lot, so it's great to have you here, and of course, the other ministers and assistant ministers, welcome. Permanent Secretary, Prime Minister's Office, soon to be Permanent Secretary of the Foreign Affairs Department, I think on Monday. So welcome, and welcome to you. Luke, welcome. We just heard a bit about you. So you look pretty young to me, actually. So welcome. I very much want to welcome all the CWM staff and the great job you do. Great to have you here. Of course, my colleagues from the development area, fantastic to see you here, and sitting, of course, with the Honourable Deputy Speaker, who is intermingled amongst there in that lovely pink colour, so I won't miss her. Lenora, welcome. Also, of course, members of the media, it's great to have you here and important for an announcement like this. And of course, I really welcome all of you that are here today. It's fantastic to see you all. And of course, I'd like to welcome my own team, Erin and Lou, who are here, and the team from the High Commission. Thank you for being here. Yogesh, the new head of our facility, or platform I think it's called now, welcome. So, after all of that, Nisa Bulavanaka, it's great to be here with you all today as we take an important step towards addressing the challenges faced by Colonial War Memorial Hospital. The last time I was here at the CWM Hospital was in August last year, when the Honourable Prime Minister and Australia's Foreign Minister, Penny Wong, announced John Staff International Development as the successful tenderer to undertake the CWM Hospital Master Plan. So it's fantastic for me to be here again and so soon to announce the first deliverable of the Master Plan project, which is now complete. Here with the Honourable Prime Minister, I'm thrilled to officially launch the Colonial War Memorial Hospital Priority Infrastructure Plan. I think we called it PIP, right? I think that works a bit better. So the PIP includes a list of infrastructure upgrades required to improve patient experience here at CWM Hospital and ensure continued delivery of high quality care. This is critical as we know the new National Hospital will not be delivered overnight. It will take time. That's something we've talked about in terms of the importance of the master plan, in terms of getting it right for the future. But there are steps that we can take now. Upgrades identified in the plan will keep the current hospital operational until the new hospital is in place. So the PIP was developed through comprehensive engineering assessments of the CWM Hospital and the St Giles Psychiatric Hospital. And it also involved extensive consultation with the Ministry of Health, many of you here as well as CWM staff, in terms of developing that plan. I suppose what's clear to many of us, and this won't surprise you, the needs of CWM Hospital are vast. So the consultancy team developed a set of criteria to assess and inform priority projects. These criteria included health and life safety risk, including fire risk, urgency of infrastructure needs, functionality, and patient experience. Australia is pleased to have partnered with the Fiji government to deliver the PIP. While the plan is critical, it is only the first step. It cannot by itself deliver improvement in patient care. That is why today I'm pleased to announce that Australia is committing a further 14.5 million Fijian dollars to infrastructure upgrades at CWM Hospital. These funds will target projects identified in the plan, and most importantly for me, we will commence implementation immediately, ensuring improvements to CWM are achieved over the coming months. The plan clearly identifies the immediate needs ready to be addressed at CWM. I was going to encourage my fellow development partners, but I think it was already done for me, that it will be a delight for me to have you work alongside us to address the needs in the hospital together. I think us as a collective working together can make a meaningful difference here, and the projects are very clear in the report that you'll see shortly in terms of those priorities. So my colleagues, I'd love to have you sitting alongside us as we go forward, and it's great to have you here today. In addition, Australia will also work with the Fiji government to establish and staff a project management unit within the Ministry of Health and Medical Services. This is something the Minister for Health and the Deputy Prime Minister has talked about in the past. The reason we think this is so important is it will accelerate Fiji's ability to deliver health infrastructure using its own funds by bringing technical expertise in procurement and project management. I also wanted to take this opportunity to update you on the development of the master plan, in which Australia, as you know, committed 14.7 million Fijian dollars to that investment. The master plan is a comprehensive process Australia is funding to design the new national hospital. I'm pleased to say the first phase is near completion. We've developed a draft plan to assess the CWM hospital's current and future health service and staffing requirements. This will then be used by the architects to design a hospital that will meet Fiji's future health needs. The team has now commenced assessing plots of land to determine the most suitable location for the new hospital. Once this is decided, the architectural designs will commence, with the final master plan completed next year. As you would appreciate, this is a big piece of work, and we need to get it right to ensure Fiji's new tertiary hospital meets Fiji's future needs. I would like to commend the leadership of the Honourable Prime Minister and his government for this significant initiative. At the core of our renewed and elevated Vivale partnership, my absolutely favourite partnership, is a commitment to listen and respond to each other's priorities. And nowhere is this more significant than partnering to achieve the ambition to deliver accessible, efficient and effective healthcare services for the people of Fiji. Not to mention serving as a potential future healthcare hub for the region, for our Pacific family. It is a pleasure to be working with the Fiji government on this journey. I would also like to recognise the effective and impactful partnership we've had with the World Bank. Stefano, nice to see you here, and also, of course, the Asian Development Bank with Aaron as well. And we've got big things planned for you in the future, the World Bank and the ADB, and I must thank you from my heart for your commitment and engagement in this process so far. Finally, I'd like to recognise the efforts of the CWM hospital staff. You work tirelessly, day in, day out, to deliver the best possible care for patients, often under high stress and challenging circumstances. Frontline health workers are the backbone for any healthcare system. Your dedication, your expertise, your compassion are essential in promoting health outcomes and supporting of the people of Fiji and the broader region. I understand how critical this piece of work is for you, and it is a privilege for Australia to be able to support the work you are doing. Vanaka, Whakalavu, thank you.
Another round of applause, please, and thank you very much, Your Excellency. I I know for sure that the Honorable Prime Minister needs no introduction at all. So I now take the time to invite you, sir, to deliver your remarks. Nsambulu binatal na.
No, well, thank you very much for those very kind words. I was hoping that the Marama Taltala would have started with a devotion based on it is more blessed to give than to receive. But we all acknowledge the traditional owners and the custodians of the land on which we meet today. Vanua Suva, Wana Torangana Twisu. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present, and those who are emerging. The Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Statistics and National Development, the Honorable Professor Biman Prasad, Your Excellency, Sitiveni MacDonald, Australian High Commissioner to Fiji, we belatedly wish you and all Australians in Fiji a very happy Australia Day. We'll come and drink your beer tonight. The Honourable Minister for Health and Medical Services, Ratu Antonio Lalmalavu, Honourable Cabinet Ministers and Assistant Ministers, and the lone independent member of in the House, the Honourable Awit Maharaj. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Sorry? Oh, Rinesh, sorry. You're not the independent member. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Isambul Vinaka, thank you, Mrs. Taylor, for admitting your age by mentioning Lulu Bucks this morning. Great to be here this morning for the official launch of the Priority Infrastructure Planning Report, which is an essential part of the overall CWM hospital redevelopment and master plan project. The Honourable Minister for Health and Medical Services has informed me that the report we are launching today has been put together by a technical team of experts and infrastructure engineers after thorough assessment of the existing infrastructure. The report identified the immediate work requirements to the hospital, while the master plan is being developed for the longer term. They also told me that the lift is also part of the priority. The implementation of the recommended actions and work is in the report, the report will ensure that the existing CWM hospital continues to serve the people of Fiji for the next few years, while the structural and layout works continue until the new CWM hospital becomes operational. A major reason for the dilapidated state of public infrastructure, such as CWM hospital, is the poor maintenance planning and work over the years. It has contributed to the deterioration of the facilities to the stage where, when repairs are needed, they are major repairs and very expensive, like we're seeing with the CWM hospital and other government premises today. The National Development Plan 2025 to 2029, the 5-year plan, and Vision 2050 outline the coalition government commitment to improving healthcare by modernizing and maintaining healthcare facilities to meet increasing demands for quality health services that the people of Fiji deserve. I recently made a proposal to Cabinet, or to Cabinet members, on how I felt the standard of CWM Hospital and other facilities badly needing repair could be improved. When I was in government in the 1990s, some of you were not born perhaps, in the days of the Public Works Department, the practice was that government allocated funds in the national budget based on a percentage of the total cost of government infrastructure, particularly buildings, for repairs and maintenance. This is no longer the practice, and we spend more on building new ones and neglecting the older ones. The proposal to reintroduce that practice of the budgeting for periodic maintenance and repairs will be brought back to Cabinet. In March of 2024, the Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, Professor Biman Prasad, and the Australian High Commissioner to Fiji, His Excellency Mr. Ewan McDonald, who is still here, not been sacked or removed, signed the funding for a $14.7 million for the CWM redevelopment master plan. In August last year, I was here with the Australian Foreign Minister, Honorable Penny Wong, to launch the CWM Hospital redevelopment and master plan. And we announced the engagement of Joint Staff International Development as the project implementer. I'm glad that the preliminary work on improving this flagship hospital has progressed steadily. I acknowledge the work and commitment of Joint Staff International Development to deliver this project on time. I also acknowledge with gratitude the Australian government for their continued support through the elevated Wu Valley Partnership. Through this strategic partnership, work is being progressed to improve the health and well-being of our people. I urge everyone from hospital staff, our community partners, health partners, and stakeholders to continue to support government's efforts in improving our health services, including critical infrastructure such as the CWM Hospital. A coordinated effort is required to improve outcomes, or health outcomes, for all Fijians through sharing of information, expertise, and resources across all sectors. This collaborative approach is essential to achieve a more efficient, accessible, and satisfactory quality-driven healthcare system for all Fijians. I acknowledge once again and thank the Australian government, the Australian High Commissioner, His Excellency Ewan McDonald, and your team for this event today, and it is with great pleasure that I launch the Priority Infrastructure Planning Report 2024. Winawalevu, Dhanebat, and thank you very much. May God bless us all. God bless Fiji.
Thank you very much, and a round of handshake signifying the formal handing over. Once again, a big round of applause. Thank you very much to gentlemen. And to my right, I think they will be putting up the QR code shortly. Please. We'll do another rewind. So may I request Your Excellency to hand over the formal report to the Honorable Prime Minister. Thank you.